Macca's Guides.
Hey guys, Macca here with the continuation of our 100% collectibles guide for Wolfenstein Youngblood, and in this video we'll be focusing on the area known as Brother 1, which has a total of 26 collectibles, including concept art, readables, floppy disks, cassette tapes, 3D glasses, and UVK covers. We'll start off from the Metro map, which you should unlock as part of progression through the main campaign, and then you can always revisit the area using this Metro map if you so desire. As we get onto the street level, look to your right hand side and you should see this gate that we can walk through into a small little town square, and you can jump up onto an awning on your left hand side and then up through a window into a small apartment where there are 2 collectibles, including a cassette tape on the table right next to you as you enter, and a UVK cover inside of a drawer not far from there. The first 5 or so collectibles you can easily grab your first visit through this area, but some of the other ones you might want to wait for later. Nonetheless, jump back out the window and then continue past the courtyard in the direction we were heading to get to a bigger area with a giant mech robot that I've taken out already, and find a readable on the right hand side on a barrel next to a small chair. Now from there we can head our way to the gate controls. So this gate would be locked on your first visit here, and on the table next to the controls is a cassette tape number 24. It's not there on my screen because I accidentally picked it up trying to switch the lever to open the gate for myself to progress through the mission. But from that we can also now go through that gate that we opened, and on the other side there is another control booth, and inside of that control booth we can find floppy disk number 20. The control booths are linked through a door, but you need a special type of gun in order to use it, which I've just kind of avoided for the time being. Now, what I've done is I've went back to the Metro map that we were just at as a point of reference, and now I'm going to go into the main headquarters. Now, the main headquarters will only be open for you if you've unlocked the shortcut after completing the main mission that takes place here. So, not to get too confusing, but after you complete the main mission in Brother 1 area, you'll unlock the main doors and then you can just walk right in. Now what we can do is we can grab floppy disk number 17 on the desk right in front of us as we enter. Next to that we can also grab readable number 59, 7 out of 26 for the area, on the desk next to that floppy disk. Now what we'll do is we'll continue from this area and we'll head kind of deeper into the building, but we'll stick to the left hand side, and there will be a small little room near the end of the hallway where we can find cassette tape number 25 sitting on the table in the corner here. Now from that cassette tape there's a bunch of 3D glasses we can grab, so what we'll do is we'll kind of go towards the big statue here. We'll go up the staircase and go to the right hand side, and then once we make our way up the first set of stairs, hook around, and then you should be able to find a small area here with some pillows, and you can find 3D glasses number 47. Then what we can do is we can turn around from these collectibles and we can head up the stairs 1 floor higher. But then as we go 1 floor higher, we want to turn to the left at the top of this staircase and then double jump onto the balcony. This is the only way to kind of get up there. And then up here we can find another pair of 3D glasses on the table in front of us. Then from here what we can do is we can drop down and go into the kind of main head office of the area in the center. And on the table near the middle we'll find readable number 61. Again, another readable that I accidentally grabbed because of story progression was on this table. So make sure you pick it up before we go through the little cubbyhole back into the main lobby and drop down. Just behind the main statue in the lobby we can find readable number 57. So make sure we pick that up as well. Now the reason I'm kind of going in a circle is, well, you'll actually see, there is a reason we're kind of going in a circle like this. But head back towards the main door and jump up on the ledge that hangs above it, and then double jump again onto another ledge and then onto the walkway above to find concept art number 11 inside of this red supply crate using the passcode 7532. Once you open it, you should find a concept art, and we are now ready to move on to another area of this area. So what I want to do is I want to drop down to that main level of the lobby and take a right-hand turn just as I would have entered in order to find an elevator that brings us down to the prison. If you do this through the main missions, you'll end up kind of going in a roundabout way, but this is probably the best way to grab collectibles, just coming back through that metro map, taking the elevator down, and ending up in the prison as you see right here. You may or may not need to do a couple side missions in order to make sure all of this area is unlocked for you. Nonetheless, as you enter, take a right-hand turn and find this door where you can get through using the laser craftwork gun, and you can find a floppy disk inside. The laser craftwork is unlocked during this mission, so you should have access to it the first time you come here, so keep that in mind as well. Now from that floppy disk, what we're going to do is we're going to turn around and then head down the hallway deeper into the prison from where we entered. Take the right-hand turn at the very end of the hall and then use your laser craftwork gun again to gain access into this room, finding 3D glasses in the back corner. Then what we can do is we can continue from here, go back to where we headed, and then head to the other hallway, kind of the hallway we first entered if we took the elevator from the lobby, and then take a right-hand turn to go to the very end of this hallway. You can use the mini-map for reference at any point during the video as well. Take a right-hand turn and head into the back offices to find Readable number 58, sitting on this ledge right here. Continuing from that ledge, if we head a little bit deeper into this area, we can find a back room with a UVK cover sitting next to a computer. You will probably need to use these controls for one of the side missions in order to open up the prison. So we probably would have been here already if we've made progress through the story. Now at that point, what we need to do is we can head back into the prison area and then go for like the third hallway from where we kind of entered. And for this one, we will need the diesel craftwork weapon, which is unlocked by completing one of the other brother bosses. Use the diesel craftwork to blow open the door and inside find a red supply crate where we can use passcode 1265 to get concept art number 12. Now through a little bit of magical editing, I've made my way back up into the lobby near that main statue, and then we're going to head into the elevator, which will take us to the offices area of this tower. Make sure you head into the elevator, push the button, and then we'll be up top. Up here, there are a few collectibles to grab. All of the enemies are obviously taken care of, but as we walk forward and go down some steps, find a Readable on the table to your left-hand side on the last little work desk. Then from there, what we can do is we can head up the stairs on either the left or the right side, and then go into the room that kind of hangs above the main area. And in the back here on a table or a napkin, you should find the 3D glasses sitting in front of you. Then what we can do is we can back up and head further into the room, take out our electro craftwork gun, and this will allow us to get access into this kind of secret side room. For some reason, you need to wait for the whole animation of the gun to come out before firing it. Keep that in mind. Go inside, hook around the desk, and sitting on the table near the computer, find 3D glasses number 48. Then what we can do is we can now go into the final area of this area. So the Brother 1 area has one last room. It is known as the Archives, and it is accessed by taking the elevator from the offices. So we'll get inside the elevator, as always, a little bit of magical editing, and we are now inside of this room. The first time you are here, you will defeat the boss, and there's a bunch of collectibles we can grab. So the first one we'll grab is the 3D glasses. So go up the stairs on the left-hand side, hook around the first desk to find the 3D glasses sitting on this binder right here. Now, next up, we can also find the UVK cover. So what we'll want to do is we'll want to go down the stairs and go basically directly under where we just were, where those 3D glasses were. Find some workbenches, and you can find the UVK cover sitting next to a floppy disk terminal.
Maybe these will be valuable.
Now, the last three collectibles in this area are only attainable if you have progress in the Blueprints side mission given to you by Marianne in the catacombs after you finish the game. If you take that side mission and then go all the way to the end, you'll end up in this final room with some new collectibles that you can access, including that floppy disk on the desk that wouldn't be there unless you are on this mission or have already completed it and then came back. So take that floppy disk off the table. It is technically part of the main mission, but if you knew the access code, you don't actually need to grab it. Read the floppy disk in the floppy disk terminal to get the access code, and that'll give you access into the final blueprints room, which will remain open after completing this mission. As you enter the room, look to your left-hand side to find cassette tape number 23, and then in the far right corner, you can find a red supply crate, which has concept art inside it. The code is 3444. And that is all 26 collectibles for the Brother 1 area in Wolfenstein Youngblood. Again, some of these will technically be gated, as they do require some side mission progress or certain weapons in order to unlock certain doors. Thank you so much for watching. I hope the video was helpful. Special thanks to everyone on Patreon for supporting the show. Like the video, drop a comment if it was helpful, maybe share it with a friend. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.